Hi readers, this is Colleen Houck, and today I am bringing to you the video of the top 10 things you're going to find when reading my book Tiger's Quest. So here we go, getting ready to start. So the first thing you're going to see in Tiger's Quest, if you take a look at the book, is that you're going to see this gorgeous black tiger. And if you take a look behind me, you'll see, I kind of moved the camera a little bit. My mom right now is working on a Tiger's Quest quilt. So it's pretty awesome. It's still got pins in because she's going to be quilting the top part. But you can see she's got a beautiful flower base that echoes the flowers you'll find in the book. So my black tiger is the first thing you're going to see in that book. Okay, oh, I'm going to have to hold the camera because it's moving. So one of the fun things you can see in Tiger's Quest is a plane. Here is my plane that I keep on top of my curio cabinet. So Kadam and Kelsey and Keyshawn actually jump out of a plane in Tiger's Quest and parachute down in their attempt to rescue Ren in Tiger's Quest. A little spoiler alert, Ren gets captured. Kelsey did not want to jump out of the plane at all. Keyshawn kind of pushed her out and gave her an ultimatum and said if she didn't jump, she could just stay with him instead of Ren. And so she felt the need to jump. So scary thing. I've never myself jumped out of a plane, and I think I would react the same way Kelsey would. I would not want to do it. So there you go. There's your number 2 thing you're going to see in Tiger's Quest is a plane. Okay, so I already said you're going to see my black tiger in the book, but you're also going to see my boys, Ren and Keyshawn, and here's their little tiger forms. So what we did with these is we took the little toy white tiger, and then for Keyshawn, the black tiger, we painted him black, and Mom has to sparkleize everything, so he's a little sparkly. So we've got their tiger versions, and then we've got our Ren and Keyshawn. You might, if you look carefully at my Ren, you'll see he's actually Flynn Rider, and he was painted. So we painted Flynn Rider all white. So he's got like the Flynn Rider knife on the side and everything, which, you know, it's fine. And then my Keyshawn actually was, I think he was one of those Fairy Kings toys because we had to cut off his wings on the back. And then we painted his outfit black and gold, and he's got the Keyshawn abs. So that's perfect. So we've got our Ren and Keyshawn, and we've got their tiger forms here. So Ren and Keyshawn, obviously you're going to see both of them in Tiger's Quest. They both get plenty of time on page in Tiger's Quest. You're going to learn a lot more about Keyshawn in Tiger's Quest than you did in Tiger's Curse. So there you go, Ren and Keyshawn. Okay, number 4. So the 4th thing you're going to see in Tiger's Quest that's super fun for me is you're going to see my little ravens. This is mine that I keep in my curio cabinet. He's super cute. Let me come over here. You can see him better. So you're going to see the twin ravens, Hugin and Munin, and these are actually Norse, from Norse mythology. And I kind of mix and match my mythologies a lot. So in Tiger's Quest, you're seeing a lot of Norse mythology because of the world tree, Yggdrasil, which is the basis for this myth. The tree goes up high in the air. It's a giant tree, and these 2 birds belong to Odin. They're his pets, and they whisper thought and memory to him, so he knows everything. So that's how he keeps track of everything. So my cute little ravens, Hugin and Munin, you're going to see both of them, and they serve a fun special function for for Keyshawn and Kelsey. They help Keyshawn with his memory, and they help Kelsey to clear her thoughts. So Hugin and Munin, number 4. So number 5 is a snake, and this is my snake. This is actually Cobra. This is a Phanindra, my Phanindra snake in my curio cabinet. But there's another snake in Tiger's Quest, an even bigger snake, and this giant snake wraps himself around the base of Yggdrasil, the world tree, and he prevents people from accessing it that he doesn't believe are worthy. So Phanindra comes to life in this book, and talks to this snake, and he lets her pass. And he lets her pass and the people that are with her. So Keyshawn and Kelsey gain access to the world tree Yggdrasil. So you're going to see that giant snake. And that snake actually can camouflage himself around the tree so you can't see him at all. He's totally wrapped around the base of it. And he blends, his skin and scales turn into look like the bark of the tree. So he disappears completely. So snakes, surprise, surprise, in Tiger's Quest. Okay, and back to the World Tree, number 6. At the top of the World Tree, once Kelsey and Keyshawn get to the top, they are supposed to find the next gift of the goddess. And at the top, they find instead a nest of Stymphalian birds. And I think this was actually a pterodactyl dinosaur toy that he's supposed to, when you press the button, his wings flap, but we've kind of glued him tight. And we painted him. So my Stymphalian birds are metallic. And so they have gold and silver and bronze scales, and their beaks are sharp like knives. They'll cut you like scissors. So they're very dangerous birds. And at the top of the tree is their nest, and they have these large eggs. And they hide the treasure of the goddess beneath their eggs. So they're very good little protectors for the goddess there. And these come from not Norse mythology and not Indian mythology, but Greek mythology. So I like to mix and match my mythology. So Stymphalian birds at the top of the World Tree. Okay, and number 7. Again, this is a Greek mythology thing. So once Kelsey and Keyshawn enter Shangri-La through the Himalayan mountains, they encounter a faun. Actually, his name is Faunus. And he doesn't look quite as nudish as this fella does, but Faunus is kind of a protector of the Sylvanae, and he does have the panpipes that you often see these guys wear, and he does have the little peeping horns on the top of his head. So Faunus is the one that greets them when they enter the realm of the Sylvanae, and the Sylvanae are they're tree sprites kind of a thing, and I'm not sure where I got them from. I knew I wanted to have fairies, and we're going to talk about fairies in a minute too, but I wanted a different race of people, not just the fae. I wanted these kind of tree spirits that live there in this peaceful society, and so they have fabulous feasts and tea parties, and they are born of the trees. So they have family trees, literal trees that are at the behind each home, family home, and they don't give birth themselves. The trees actually give birth to new Sylvanae. And so when a tree is about to give birth, the limb bulges at the base, and then the branch where the tree is kind of pops off, and then they find the little baby nested inside the space between the trunk of the tree and the branch that broke off. And so then they take the new baby, and that baby belongs to that family, all of the family that came from that tree. So that's the Sylvanae. So this is Faunus, and he's one of my characters in Tiger's Quest that you'll get to meet. Okay, next we have number 8. Number 8 is a bear. I'm going to show you that side. So this is a bear, and so Kelsey and Keyshawn are beginning to climb Mount Everest to find the opening gate to Shangri-La, and Kelsey comes across a bear. Keyshawn is scouting ahead in tiger form, and he doesn't know that there's a bear nearby, and the bear is probably defending cubs, I don't know, but the bear attacks Kelsey and scratches her up pretty good, and then Keyshawn comes back to save the day. And so there's a tiger bear fight, which I think on film would be really cool to watch. Of course, it'd have to be CGI. We don't want any real tiger bear fights. That would not be good. But yes, so Keyshawn very bravely fights off this bear, and neither one of them get seriously injured. Kelsey's actually the one that gets hurt the worst. So there you go. Number 9 is a bear, or 8 is a bear. Okay, and next you're going to see the gift of the goddess. So we know that the gift of the goddess in book 1 was the golden fruit of India, which was a mango that can create any food or drink as long as it's not actual water. The golden fruit can create anything, and that's a very fun and easy thing to have around, and I wish I had a golden fruit a lot of the time. Well, in book 2, we have a scarf, and this is not it exactly, but I will show you this one. This is one of my nice scarves that I have, because I've got like tiger stripes and all kinds of things on it. So the divine scarf is the second gift of the goddess, and this is what's being held in the Stymphalian bird nest, and Kelsey and Keyshawn get a hold of the scarf, and the scarf can do a lot of really cool things. The first thing it can do is it can transform your appearance, which is super awesome. So you can wrap it around your body, kind of in it's a big swath of fabric, and it can grow. So you wrap it around your body completely, and then you wish that you were someone else, and you kind of think about that person, what they look like, and the scarf actually transforms your appearance into another person. And I got the idea for this from actually a Greek myth again. There was a woman who was taking care of a grove of apples or something, and a god came by, and he fell in love with her, and he wanted to woo her, and she would have nothing to do with him. And so he actually used his magical cape, I think, to change his appearance to an old woman, and she let him have access to come eat her apples. And then she ended up telling this girl all about this wonderful, handsome god that she was sure to be a winning match with. And lo and behold, it was actually him talking about himself. So I thought that was a cool idea. And so my divine scarf does that. It changes your appearance. It also can create anything of fabric, because, you know, the golden fruit creates any kind of food. This one creates any kind of fabric. So tents, coats, sleeping bags, anything you need, the divine scarf can do that. It can also capture the wind, which is a fun trick. So, and this comes from Japanese mythology, where the great god Funjin, he has a magical bag that he holds it out, and he murmurs a spell of some kind, and all the winds gather inside this bag, and he can hold it, and the bag bucks back and forth, and then he lets it go, and a storm heads off and conquers his enemies. So I thought it'd be cool to have the scarf do some of those things. So those are the kinds of things my divine scarf does. So it's kind of a fun trick, and I use the divine scarf quite frequently to disguise my characters from each other and from the reader once in a while as well. So there you go, the divine scarf. Okay, and last thing you're going to see in Tiger's Quest is, this actually is Fett. In my case, I use this as Fett. But this character can also represent the ocean teacher. So in Tiger's Quest, I have my hero's journey to Tibet, and they go there to meet the ocean teacher. And this is in the prophecy of Durga, that they're supposed to go and meet this person. The ocean teacher actually is another name for the Dalai Lama. And I really like the idea of using the Dalai Lama, because the Dalai Lama has been around for a long time, a lot of years, a lot of centuries of Dalai Lamas in the world. And I like the idea of having a smart person who could pass on a message from the past to the future. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could explore a little bit having a teacher who teaches the Dalai Lama? And so I played around with that idea a little bit. And so that's how the ocean teacher came to be. I kind of separated the title of ocean teacher from the actual person of the Dalai Lama, and have a separate monk that lives there who had the duty to pass on these messages for my tigers. And so you're going to meet the ocean teacher in Tiger's Quest. Well, thanks for watching, and go pick up your copy of Tiger's Quest today. It's a great story about my tigers. And if you're a fan of fairies and snakes, this is the book for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.